Today on Inquirer, removal of the president as chairman of the board for the proposed Maharlika Wealth Fund pushed in-house. Electricity rates for December to go up according to Meralco. President Bongbong Marcos to meet leaders of 10 countries on his 3-day trip to Brussels in Belgium. And singer Jovit Baldivino passes away at 29 years old. Good evening. There is a push in the House of Representatives to remove the president and his or her political appointees from the proposed Maharlika Investment Corporation, which would manage the sovereign wealth fund to avoid complications and issues. During the hearing of the House of Representatives Committee on Appropriations, Northern Samar 1st District Representative Paul Daza said it would be better to spare the president from issues that he or she may face with regards to managing the proposed SWF contained under House Bill number 6398. The said committee tackled the amendments to the proposal regarding the funding sources, including the removal of the government service insurance system, the social security system funds, and the pooled funds, and other changes to the bill. In response, Committee on Banks and Financial Intermediaries Chairperson and Manila 5th District Representative Erwin Tieng said that the proponents of the bill, led by Marikina's 2nd District Representative Stella Kimbo, have already assured that there would be changes in the composition. Prior to the hearing, Daza asked the proponents of the bill to remove the General Appropriations Act from the Maharlika Investment Fund, as it is also taxpayers' money. Kimbo agreed to the proposal. Last Wednesday, it was also Kimbo who announced that there would be amendments made to House Bill number 6398, as it yielded to public calls to remove the 125 billion pesos from GSIS and the 50 billion pesos from SSS from the pooled funds. With the removal of the 175 billion pesos from GSIS and SSS, Kimbo said last Wednesday that they would turn to dividends from the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. is set to meet with the leaders of 10 countries during his 3-day trip to Brussels, Belgium next week, according to the Department of Foreign Affairs. Marcos will be attending the Association of Southeast Asian Nation European Union Commemorative Summit on December 14. In a palace briefing, DFA Assistant Secretary Daniel Espiritu said Marcos will hold bilateral meetings with the leaders on the sidelines of the conference. The president is expected to stay in Brussels from December 12 to 14. The DFA official said that Marcos will meet with King Philip of Belgium, and the two leaders are anticipated to talk about expanding Manila-Brussels cooperation in agriculture and renewable energy. Aside from bilateral meetings, Marcos is expected to speak before the summit participants, as well as deliver opening and closing remarks. Marcos will also join a panel of speakers at the press conference after the event. During his trip, Marcos will likewise meet with big corporations that intend to expand their presence in the Philippines. According to Espiritu, the president will also attend roundtable discussions with EU and European businesses, where he will have the opportunity to expound on our trade and investment policies to attract more trade and investments from Europe.
Pag-uusap yan about the preparations and the way forward for ASEAN-EU relations as well as Philippines-EU relations, including the way forward for the pending Philippine-EU free trade agreement. Kasama din dito yung networking among Filipino businessmen and European businessmen. Hopefully, for this networking, the Filipino businessmen will be able to come up with deals with their European counterparts. So this will be a very busy trip for the president, and we hope that this will redound to a lot of benefits for the Filipino people, not only for ASEAN.
Northern Samar was struck today by a magnitude 5.7 earthquake, according to the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology. State seismologists detected the quake at 2:33 p.m. and located its epicenter 114 kilometers northeast of Mapanas in Northern Samar. The earthquake was tectonic in nature and had a depth of focus of 33 kilometers. No damage was recorded, according to Joe Luis Gahutos, Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction Management Officer of Mapanas. Up to intensity 4 was felt in Apalapaga, Northern Samar, which the institute defines as a moderately strong and can be felt generally by people indoors and by some people outdoors. The quake was felt in Mapanas, Northern Samar, and Irosin, Sorsogon at intensity 3. Intensity 2 was felt in Lapinig, Gamay, Rosario, Biri, Lawang, Allen, and Catarman in Northern Samar, Arteche, San Policarpo, and Oras in Eastern Samar, and Catbalogan City in Samar. The same intensity was felt in San Miguel Leyte, Sorsogon City, and Legazpi City. The quake also rattled Tacloban City, Santa Fe, Pastrana, Julita, Babatngon, and Haro in Leyte at intensity 1. Electricity rates for December will go up according to Meralco. Power rates for this month will see an increase of about 33 centavos per kilowatt hour. This brings the cost of electricity for a typical household to about 10 pesos and 28 centavos per kilowatt hour. In November, the cost was about 9 pesos and 95 centavos per kilowatt hour. For residential customers consuming 200 kilowatt hours, this is equivalent to an increase of about 66 pesos in their December electricity bill. In a statement, Meralco said that this month's overall rate increase was mainly due to completion of a distribution-related refund equivalent to about 47 centavos per kilowatt hour for residential customers. Alamin natin ang mainit na balita sa mundo ng showbiz kasama si Pauline Del Rosario ng Bandera. Pauline?
Hello Neil at sa ating mga kabandera all over the universe. Heto na nga ang chika. Nagluluksa ngayon ang music industry dahil sa pagpanaw ng OPM singer na si Jovit Baldivino. Siya ay nasa edad 29. Ang malungkot na balita ay kinumpirma mismo ng kanyang misis na si Camille Ann Miguel. Sa Facebook, ibinahagi ni Camille ang litrato nilang mag-asawa at may caption pa itong asawa ko na may maraming crying emojis. May isa pa siyang post na tila sinasabing magiging malungkot ang kanilang Pasko dahil wala na ang kanyang mister. Kamakailan lang, kinumpirma ng asawa ni Jovit sa isang interview na na-confine ang singer sa isang ospital sa Batangas City pero hindi niya idinetalye ang dahilan ng pagkaka-ospital. Si Jovit ang kauna-unahang grand winner ng talent competition na Pilipinas Got Talent na naganap noong 2010. Kilala siya sa hit songs na Pusong Bato, Ika'y Mahal Pa Rin at Mula sa Puso. Yan ang latest chika for today at lubos kaming nakikiramay sa mga naiwang pamilya ng OPM singer na si Jovit.
Our condolences to the family of Jovit Baldivino. And these are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. It's 16 days before Christmas. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. And on behalf of INQUIRER.net, we are sending our heartfelt congratulations to our colleagues in the Philippine Daily Inquirer on their anniversary. Congratulations to 37 years of balanced news and fearless views.
The Philippine Daily Inquirer is the country's most trusted source of hard-hitting news and countless exposés. For more than 30 years, the Inquirer has remained relevant due to its constant innovations. Inquirer Plus is the digital version of the Philippines' most trusted broadsheet. It is powered by the same digital technology used by leading newspapers around the globe. Excellent content will always be at the heart of the Inquirer's brand of journalism, captivating readers with in-depth news analysis, bite-sized breaking updates, and stories that put life into each letter. The media landscape has significantly changed in the past years and continues to evolve. With this in mind, the Inquirer expanded from a single media platform to a multi-platform network that passionately tells the Filipino story to an audience of more than 50 million. Though faced with many daunting challenges, the Inquirer sees them as opportunities to transform and grow, so that it can continue to bring balanced news, fearless views to readers when and where it matters. By learning as much as we can about our audiences, we've created direct relationships with our readers and kept our subscribers engaged. We are constantly reimagining existing products and creating new ones. We leaned into the inherent trust in print and leveraged it online, and created new systems on how we run our business and partnerships. Our advertisers can also look forward to more sections designed specifically for them, such as the bespoke projects that we've previously done for them. Next year will be an exciting chapter for the Inquirer as we roll out new initiatives for the broadsheet's various sections. As we continue to lean on our editorial expertise and produce content that's audience-specific, platform-agnostic, we will always put the Filipino people first, providing them with our brand of journalism that is without fear or favor. Expect the company to be proactive when it comes to constantly improving our reader engagement, developing new segment audiences, and revolutionizing the way we do our journalism and storytelling. We are the Philippine Daily Inquirer.